Okay, let's be real. Traveling through a busy airport can feel like, well, like an endurance sport, right? But what if it didn't have to be that way? Today, we're going to dive into how you can hack that whole experience and turn the travel ordeal into something that's actually seamless, maybe even enjoyable. So think about it for a second. What's that one thing for you? Is it that ridiculously long security line? Or maybe that mad dash to a gate that feels like it's in a different time zone? We all have that one thing that gets the heart racing before we even take off. And look, it's no wonder we feel this way. We're all dealing with the exact same stuff. You know the drill. Those endless queues, trying to figure out the confusing terminal layout, that rising panic when you have a super tight connection, and oh yeah, dragging heavy luggage all over the place. Honestly, it's enough to stress out even the most experienced traveler. But here's the cool part. All of those challenges, they're exactly what a whole new wave of airport support services are designed to tackle. They go through step by step and just eliminate each frustration, with the goal of making your journey smooth and comfortable, literally from your front door all the way to your destination. So, how does all this actually work? Well, a truly stress-free trip doesn't start at the airport. No, it begins way before you even leave home. It all comes down to some really smart pre-flight planning that's all about squashing problems before they even have a chance to pop up. Let me break down what that preparation looks like. First off, imagine your check-in is handled for you, remotely, locking in the seats you actually want. Then, your baggage gets pre-cleared, so no surprise fees at the counter. And your travel documents? Yep, verified by experts. To top it all off, your ride to the airport is timed just right. See, it's all about getting rid of those little unknowns that always lead to that last-minute panic. And this really paints a picture of the difference, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old way, the classic arrive 3 hours early just to stand in a line. We all know that one. But on the other side, there's a totally new reality. You just arrive. Boarding pass is ready, seat is confirmed, and you're all set to head right to security. And this right here, this is all about peace of mind. I mean, think about it. Having an expert double-check your passport, your visa, all your health documents, it means no horrible last-minute surprises at the boarding gate or with immigration. Your entire trip isn't going to get completely derailed because of some small paperwork mistake. That's huge. Okay, so you've made it to the airport and you're actually feeling prepared, calm even. But now comes the next part, navigating the terminal itself. You know, where the real chaos usually kicks in. Now, for most people, this next part is the absolute game changer. Fast-track security. Instead of getting in that massive snaking line that we all dread, you're just escorted to an exclusive priority lane. Seriously, this one service alone can totally change your entire mindset, turning what's usually a huge stressor into a super quick, efficient process.
And once you're through security in record time, the experience gets even better. We're talking access to a quiet VIP lounge. You've got a concierge who can handle any last-minute flight changes for you, while the staff keeps a close eye on your flight status. So instead of nervously staring at the departure board, you can actually kick back, relax, or maybe even get some work done in peace.
But the support doesn't just end when your plane is in the air. Oh no. The final piece of the puzzle is all about making sure your arrival is just as smooth and stress-free as your departure was. Just imagine this. You land in a country you've never been to before, and instead of feeling lost, you're met by someone who guides you right through immigration. They take care of your luggage for you, and your ride is already arranged and waiting. It's about completely getting rid of that, okay, what now feeling we all get. Yeah, think about that for a second. Completely skipping that crowded, chaotic baggage carousel. No more fighting for a spot to see, no more straining your back to pull off a heavy bag. Instead, your luggage is found, collected, and brought directly to your car. That's not just a little convenience, that's a massive reduction in both physical work and mental stress. So when you add it all up, what's the real value here? Because it's about so much more than just convenience, right? It's really a fundamental shift in the entire way you experience travel. Check this out. This number is pretty powerful. Business travelers who use these kinds of services are saving, on average, 2 to 3 hours per journey. Just let that sink in. What could you do with an extra 2 or 3 hours on every single trip? That could be more productive work, or just time to breathe and relax. It really all boils down to 3 key things. First, you get a huge boost in time efficiency. You're just not waiting in lines. Second, your personal well-being gets a major upgrade because you're cutting out stress and arriving energized, not exhausted. And maybe the most surprising part? You can actually save money by avoiding those costly mistakes, like surprise baggage fees or having to rebook a flight you missed.
And this quote, I think, really nails it. This isn't just some frivolous luxury service. It's a strategic choice. It's about a fundamental shift in how we think about travel. It's about finally valuing your time, your comfort, and your peace of mind as the precious resources they actually are.
So, ultimately, it all comes down to one question. When you really think about the lost productivity, the mounting stress, and just the pure exhaustion that comes with travel the old way, you've got to ask yourself, how much is my time really worth? It's definitely something to think about before your next trip.